What's up, fellow dropshippers? I'm excited to bring you our November 2017 income report for our eBay dropshipping store because this month we managed to set another record. We just keep setting new records each month. We've made a lot of money in profit. We're really excited by where the store has been going, and I want to show you everything that's been going on. So I'll show you our bookkeeping software we use, which is GoDaddy Bookkeeping. We love this software. We use this one because it's the only one we found that integrates seamlessly with PayPal and eBay. Anytime there's a sale, it gets reflected in GoDaddy in a few minutes. And it also reflects the PayPal fees and the eBay fees within minutes right here on the bookkeeping software. Obviously, it also integrates with our banks and our credit cards. Those take about 3 days to show up, but they do always show up after those 3 days, as long as your bank's website is working. The unfortunate thing that's happened to us is that one of our banks, Wells Fargo, we use a credit card with them, and none of the transactions for our credit card are showing up on the on the Wells Fargo website. And because they're not showing up on the Wells Fargo website, they're not showing up on our GoDaddy bookkeeping account. So the numbers in our GoDaddy bookkeeping account are going to be artificially high because they're not taking into account some of the charges we put on that one credit card. So let me show you a little bit of GoDaddy. If you look here at the top, there's a bunch of tabs. You can check out the income expenses. We like to click on where it says reports. And if you click on that, it will show you month by month all your income and expenses. The green bars are your income, the orange are your expenses. I prefer to click on where it says table. I click there, and it'll show you a breakdown month by month. So if you look at November, it will show that our total income was $121,000, and that includes $740 in cash back, $220 from returning stuff to Home Depot that Home Depot paid us, $5,000, almost $6,000 that we had to pay back to buyers who returned items. We made $125,000 in sales, and then there's sales tax, which is not included because that's money that we have to pay to the state. That's not our money. Then it'll show you your expenses, the VA fees, the cost of goods sold. That's how much we paid Home Depot or Walmart or whatever other source you use. That's the money that you pay them to fulfill the orders. Then obviously you have eBay fees, which were $11,000, and some other expenses. Those actually are mostly VA fees. I just have to recategorize them. See, GoDaddy gets most things pretty accurate in terms of categorizing things. You do have to go in and kind of teach it, and then it learns and it does it automatically. But you do have to keep up, and maybe a couple of times a month, just go in and teach it where different expenses or incomes go to make sure it's accurate. Our PayPal fees were $5,400. So our total income, according to GoDaddy, was $22,760. But that's not accurate. As I say before, there's actually two reasons why. The first is because of the credit card problem. And the second is because at the end of every day, I buy about $5,000 worth of Home Depot gift cards that we will then use for tomorrow's orders. These are orders that don't technically exist yet, but we anticipate that they will exist just based on our selling history. So at the end of every night, we have about $5,000 in gift cards, which is reflected here in the expenses, even though we didn't spend them yet. So we have to add that back in, as well as we have to subtract all the money that was on that one credit card that's not showing up in GoDaddy because the Wells Fargo website is broken. So I did that here in this spreadsheet. So this is the $22,760 that GoDaddy says we made. Then I add in all the gift cards that we had. And this information I got at the end of the month. I wrote down all the amounts on all the gift cards and put them here so that I could remember. So after adding all the gift cards, the total is $28,000. Then I had to subtract how much we spent on that one credit card, but we couldn't see the transactions. So we kind of estimated by taking how much money we paid off on the credit card during the month. So we paid off $7,000 in the beginning of the month and $3,000 in the middle of the month and $2,500 at the end of the month. And that's the best we can do right now. It's not very accurate because the first payment we made of $7,000 paid off some charges that we put on the card in October. So those are expenses that should have been in October, not in November. And at the end of the month, we paid off $2,500, but if I remember correctly, we purposely overpaid it so that we wouldn't have to make another payment so soon. So this is not entirely accurate, but this is the final number we came up with, and I think this is actually a little low. But we'll go with this number. It's $15,500, which is amazing because just 11 months ago, I never even made a single dollar online. And I didn't even think this was possible. And I saw people on YouTube and on blogs who said they made a few $1,000s a month. And I thought they were like somebody special, like somebody amazing. But here I am, we're making $15,000 a month in profit. And I'm telling you guys, there's nothing special about us. We're just regular guys. We're not doing anything special. You guys who are just starting out or who are struggling, I'm telling you, you can do this too. It might not seem like it, but you'll figure it out if you work hard enough, if you work smart, and you can do this. There's nothing special that's needed besides hard work. So that's my little pep talk for this week. I also wanted to show you guys the our eBay store just so that we can prove to you that these were our sales for the month. You see the total sales were $122,000. We had some really good days in November, especially towards the end, near Black Friday or on Cyber Monday. We hit our personal record of $6,600. And it's only been getting better since then. You look at GoDaddy for December, we're already doing really well. By the way, if anyone's interested in the software, I'll put a link to it in the description below. I think it's only like $10 a month. It's really worth it because this is so much easier than doing it by hand. I highly recommend you get this software. Again, for $10 a month, you might as well. It's really, really easy. So this is GoDaddy. And like I said, this month in December, we're already doing really well. We're having, every few days, we're setting a new record. We're just hitting new highs, and that's thanks obviously to the shopping season for Christmas. And if you guys want to see our December income report in January, make sure to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss it. I think we're on track to break $20,000 in profit. So I really hope we can do that. Stay tuned for that. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions about how we managed to get from 0 to 15K a month, leave them in the description below or the description of any of our videos. We have got lots of videos. Go check them all out. We'll answer your question in our next Q&A video, which will be this Tuesday at 8 p.m. live here on our YouTube channel. So make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss that. And we'll be sure to answer them. So make sure to ask them. And we will see you guys in the next video.